thing that we wanted to work on was a little bit of steering. So while we're walking, I want you to guide him to walk inside the poles I have laid out. Good. So let's do a full circle inside these poles. This is probably, I'll measure it, but it's probably a 10-meter circle, I would guess. Now really think, instead of, I know you have to guide with your inside rein, right?
Yeah.
But we want him to start to learn is using your outside leg and outside rein to turn him. So where you need to guide with the inside, that's fine, but then soften. So guide him a little bit, then soften, but maintain that steady outside rein and leg. There, nice. Okay, now I want you to gradually open up your circle by pushing him out with your inside leg and guiding him with your outside rein slightly. So you'll go onto the outside of these poles, stick to close to them to start, and gradually push him onto a larger circle. Yeah, it's very hard.
As soon as you oversteer, you lose the outside connection.
Mm-hmm. And he's not going to cheat for you. He's going to show what you're doing with your hands.
Yeah, very much so. He's very noodly.
Yes. All right, so push him over a little bit more.
Good boy.
There, good.
Oh, like take a nice
Very nice. Good. Let's try that again. So guide him to the inside small circle. Do it again. We'll start inside the small circle, and you can make that even smaller if you can. So yeah. Start kind of touching the rails on the ground, and then try to maneuver him in on a spiral as small as you really can make it. I doubt you'll get inside the mounting block, but
I know, I was like a baby.
Good.
Ooh, that's a lot of work.
Good boy. All right, and then gradually push him back out. Okay. Get it so his toes are almost touching the rails on the ground. Good. And then keep pushing him out until he's out on the track.
I know, you're working hard, buddy.
And this, you know, is really working a lot of different muscles for him.
Yeah.
He's going to be stepping under himself. He's going to be learning a little lateral work.
Yeah.
So it's not something you want to overdo, especially right off the bat. And it's, I'm sure, working his back a lot more, just in different ways. Yeah. So I would start small, do it a couple times each way. Yeah. At the walk. Gradually build up to doing it in the trot.
Yeah.
And we can build this up over time to have more fun patterns. So now you've got a new outside leg and rein to guide with. And why is your inside rein so long? Good. All right, let's start on the small. Well, let's start on the medium circle, so right inside the rails. Good. I can hear you clucking. That's good. You want to keep him going forward too. And it's funny, he's really blowing.
Yeah, I think it's hard for both of us.
Now push him into a little bit smaller circle. Don't have to go too crazy, but I want to see a noticeable difference so he's off the new track. Good. That was a great step he just took there. Try not to bend him too much to the inside. So when you have to use your inside rein and you get a response, make sure you lighten it.
Yeah. Good boy.
Because you don't want to have to be always harassing him with your aids. As soon as he responds, you give.
Good boy.
Also easier said than done.
Yeah.
Good. And then start to push him out a little bit so that you're on a slightly larger circle.
Good boy.
And then outside of the rails. And slowly to the outside of the track. That was a bit fast going over, which is fine. You know, he's learning and he's responding, but as an exercise, it would be good to do it in a more like metered progress.
Cheats a little bit in this direction.
Well, he wants to overbend left and pop that right shoulder, like all good horses. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for us. You're going to have to learn to really turn him with that outside leg and rein, because he's always going to want to overbend that way to the left and tilt. He tilts his nose to the inside to kind of cheat a little bit. And it's interesting how you can already see, it's like, you know why you're going to break up with the guy like the first time you meet him. These things are never going to change. This is always going to be like the fundamental that you'll be working with.
Sort of block the outside with my rein like this?
Yeah, and this isn't how you would ride in the show ring. Right. I like what you're doing with your outside rein. I wish that your inside rein there was a bit more even and a little bit shorter.
Because what I kind of like is that he wants to hold a connection to the outside rein all the time, which is nice.
Yeah. And over time, you'll probably start to do this. If he overbends left, which he's doing here, you can fix that by going right. So you'll probably spend a lot more time going right, your favorite direction.
Good boy.
All right, tell him he's good.